Hi guys, my name is Marie and I am in no way a professional baker, cook, or anything along those lines. I am just a simple housewife that finds things to do with my time. And baking seems to be my new favorite thing to do. So I want to do a quick little gum paste tutorial for you because I've watched about 1,000 so far and I feel like a lot of the information is all over the place, and I wanted to try to put it all together for you in one sitting. So I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. If I mess up, I apologize. There's no editing going on here. I'm filming this so as I'm sitting here. You see me kneading this. I apologize for my green thumb. I have to yell at my nail guy because he messed something up. But basically, all I'm doing is making or playing around with gum paste. Now, I'm sure you've heard of it. Apparently, you can make it, but it's a little too advanced for me at this point. So what I have is some gum paste, some Crisco, some cornstarch. Any type is really fine. One of these plastic rolling pins, paintbrush, a little bowl of a little bit of gum paste and some water to make some sticky glue, as they call it, and a bunch of these little flour fondant / ruler cutout things. I think I found them for fondant on Amazon. Sorry, I don't know how to click any links into the bottom, so my apologies. But I've been using this small one, just playing around. Now, this stuff gets really dry really fast. It actually comes out of the container kind of dry. So I put a little bit of Crisco on my thumb and I just kind of work it in to moisten it up a little bit. And roll it into a little ball. Nothing crazy. You don't have to go nuts. And just flatten it out. Now these are a couple that I just redid because I'm trying to make roses and they're not really working as well as I would hope. With all of the videos, you would think I would have figured out how to do it by now, but not so much. So I take my little rolling pin, have a little cornstarch down on the bottom of the table here, roll it out, fairly thin actually. One tip I did find is that the thinner you roll it, the more you can play with it. So I roll it flat, I take my little fondant cookie cutter, cut it out. Now I also find that it doesn't always cut the way you want it to. I find metal cookie cutters and cutters of that nature work best if they're metal, but I don't have any metal. I just have these plastic ones. So then you're left with this. And you should have open ends. If you don't, I usually go back over, or like you just saw, I just peel it away. So what I do is I put it in my hand. Oh, and I have this little nifty tool thing. I got these on Amazon, like $10 for a whole bunch of pieces. They're fondant tool kits. You can get them really cheap. And I just roll the centers a little bit and a little bit on the edge because all I want to work on right now is the bud. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like when we're all done. So I just roll it a little bit. Just try to smear it out a little bit. Don't want to get it too crazy. Don't want these big points. I don't know how to get the cutters without these points on them, but a few of them are okay. But that's what it looks like after I smush it out. And then I just give it a little push in the center. And I take my paintbrush and I dip it in my little gum glue paste mixture that I made. And I spread it all over the top like that. Very simple. It makes it very sticky. So if you get it on your hand while you're doing it, it's okay. You're just going to have to peel it off. So then what I do is I take the petals and I overlap them. Like I said, we're just working on trying to achieve a bud that we can work on the rest of it after. And yes, I do have nails, so it leaves some indentations, but you're not going to see those. So I just fan them over so it looks like this. Then what I do is I put it on the table and I give a little pat on the edge. Apologize for the red food coloring. I look like one of the Charlie Manson girls. My apologies. And then I just curl it and I just start to roll it on itself slowly. As you get towards the center here, it's a little bit harder to roll because it gets a little bit thicker. But then when you're done, there's your bud. And it's perfect every single time. Now, some people cut the end with a knife. Me, I scissor everything. So I just scissor it. I take a toothpick. I pop it on just a little tiny bit in. And then I just fan out my petals a little bit. If you want, you don't have to. I just found that it seems to work out pretty well if I do that. So I fan them out. And I'm going to walk with you in just like 1 second. So here's your little bud to start. And you take your bud. I have overkill over here. This is a pop cake stand holder, but I've been using it for my little buds. And I just pop it in and I let them dry. These two I just made. This one I'm remaking. I've redone quite a few. Sorry for my messy kitchen and my dog. But that's really it. So you get these few items, you work on your buds, and maybe I'll make another video if I figure out how to do the rest. But hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, please ask. And thanks a lot for watching. Take care of yourselves.